Hello, everyone, and welcome to another weekly exciting episode of the Project Trinity Weekly Podcast. I am your host, Valerie Jeruto, and today, we are stepping inside the heart of Project Trinity. That's the pods, the portable online development system. Not just the buildings, not just the desks, but the stories, the voices, the transformations, the energy inside the pod, the magic that happens inside these training hubs every single day. Let me ask you this. Have you ever walked into a room and felt motivation in the air? Or have you ever seen someone discover a new skill and their whole face lights up? Or or watch a group of people who push each other to grow, to laugh, learn, and level up together. That is the pod experience. And today, you are getting the inside story. What we have two incredible guests joining us today, voices that directly speaks from the ground, leaders in their own ways, and witnesses of real transformations happening live inside these hubs. First, we have Stanley Korir, a powerhouse of insight, energy, and sharp observation. When Stanley speaks about the board, you don't just listen, you feel the journey. And joining him is Philemon Lojalinga, a calm, thoughtful presence with an eye of growth, progress, and the everyday moments we often overlook. He sees what other people miss, and today is bringing those stories to us. Together, these two will bring the voice of the board to life, the challenges, the breakthroughs, the laughter, the training sessions, and the moments that remind us why Project Trinity missions matters. So tune in, get comfortable, and prepare deep dive into voices from the pod inside the training hubs, where every story is real, every lesson is life, and every voices matters. Philemon and Stanley, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you so much, Valerie, and to our listeners outside there, to our followers. Welcome to today's session podcast, a very incredible story to tell. So, welcome. My name is Philemon Lochalinga, and sit back, enjoy. Follow us, Project Trinity, for this incredible podcast. Uh, Follow us today to hear the stories behind that makes Project Trinity team the pod that makes it feel like a home, or that makes it feel like it's a place that belongs to everyone. So welcome.
Yes, thank you so much, Philemon. So, Philemon, let's start now the session with you. Philemon, you've observed a lot of growth in the pod. What's one small everyday moment that captures the spirit of these pods, these training hubs?
Actually, Valerie, these sports are a very incredible places that actually gives us peace and everything. So for me, that incredible moment that captures the spirit is the way associates, or the associates behave like a family. The moment they walk in the morning, we do start the day with we don't start the day actually with silence. We start it with warm greetings, laughter, small jokes, uh, and that's good to see. And also, it's not forced. Actually, the greetings, everything is not forced. It comes naturally. That family feeling ignites happiness before any session, even any session begins. You can literally see teamwork forming in those first 5 minutes. People feel seen, feel safe, and that makes them ready to learn, ready to work, and ready to grow. That simple moment, just greetings on one another, sets the tone for everything that happens inside the pod.
Wow, that's amazing, Philemon. I think even our listeners can just feel that energy inside the pod. So, Stanley, when you walk into the pod every morning, What's the first thing that tells you today will be a good day? What moment sets that tone for you?
Thank you so much for having me today. Uh, what tells me what sounds good that a day will be well when I enter the port is that the first time is that when when I enter inside the port, uh, everything begins. The atmosphere at the port, the associates inside the port greeting each other, sometimes even in silence. The type of silence feel there show that people are focused. Some are reviewing notes. Some are checking on the emails and various tools. Some testing tools. Some asking early morning questions like good mornings and so on. These greetings carry positivity and motivations. These moments remind me that everyone here is focused on what they are doing inside the boat. So that shows that that is a great day and also a great morning inside the boat. Thank you so much.
Yes, for real. Our pods are like powerhouses where you just come in the morning and then you just feel that energy to maybe to learn a new skill, to do something, or to learn something that you've been dreaming of learning. Yeah, so back to you, Philemon. Philemon, you interact with associates at different levels. What's one training session or activity that surprised you with how quickly people got on?
Uh, Thank you, Valerie. So I'll never forget our very first digital literacy session. The moment when we started, everyone caught it so quickly that even the trainers were looking at each other like, "Wow, this team is something else." People were picking up concepts faster than we could introduce them, typing confidently, navigating tools like they have been doing it for months. The speed, the sharpness, the curiosity, it was impressive. You could feel the pride in the room. Our trainers literally said, "This is one of the quickest and the brightest groups we've ever worked with." And for me, that is the moment showed the true potential inside the pod. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that's inspiring. People who, at Project Trinity empowers, for our listeners who are listening to us right now, those who are following us. So Project Trinity is an organization, non-profit organization that works in remote to empower people from remote areas. So you find sometimes people in remote areas, we have those who maybe they have not even seen a laptop, they have not, it's their first time to touch the laptop. So you find that, okay, them being taken to these pods, and then they're first they start with training. So you find that when they get into this training, they grasp these new technological concepts very fast. And that's the mission of Project Trinity, to empower rural communities and also to connect them to global job markets. So let's get back to Stanley. Stanley, if you had to describe the pod environment using only three words, but each word must represent a real experience, what would they be and why?
Yes, thank you for the great question, Valerie. That is, if I could be asked to describe Project Trinity, the port in three words, I can say number one, transformative. This is because every day someone achieves something they never thought they could. That is the first I could describe. I could also describe it as supportive because the environment is built on helping each other with zero judgment. And then lastly, I can say it is unstoppable because once confidence takes root, nothing can slow the progress happening inside. That is how I can simply describe the environment at the port.
Yes, Stanley. Those are, I think that those three words basically describes the pod's transformative, unstoppable. Like we whole the associates in Project Trinity, they're whole unstoppable. Like when they are given, they don't fear any new learning, any new skill, any new concept. They just embrace it and go for it. They're always ready. So to our listeners, if you believe that when you are given maybe any new concept, or when you are introduced to something that you've never heard of it, and you will go for it, you'll not fear it, you'll go with the full force. Just to comment, we are ready. Yeah. So Philemon, if you are to highlight one underrated skill the board environment teaches, a skill people don't talk about enough, what will it be?
Mm, I can't say a skill. Okay, maybe one thing I will say, the most underrated skill in the pod builds is adaptability. Uh, People often focus on the big shiny tech skills. That is why what I have avoided. So like coding, digital literacy systems. But the real magic is how quickly associates learn to adjust. Every day they face something new, a different tool, maybe a new teammate, a fresh challenge, or even a completely unfamiliar way of thinking. Instead of getting stuck or intimidated, they learn it. They adapt, they shift gears, they ask better questions, and they figure things out together. That flexibility, actually, that ability to stay open, calm, and curious, that is what carries them far. Actually, that is what carries everybody far, because the world keeps changing, and the people who thrive are the ones who can adjust without losing their confidence inside the pod. Associates become those people, resilient, flexible, fast thinking, and honestly, watching that adaptability grow in is just impressive as any technical skill we learn or we teach. Thank you.
Wow, that's inspiring, Philemon. Adaptability. So to those who are watching us right now, you better join Project Trinity. You see, like, when you can be adaptable to any skill, any the environment is good, the skill is you learn everything new every day, each day. You cannot A day cannot end without you creating an impact in the community. So you better join, and follow us in YouTube, Facebook, yeah, LinkedIn, and all the social media pages. So, so Stanley, tell us about a moment this week when you saw someone in the pod surprise themselves. Maybe a breakthrough, a skill mastered, or something unexpected.
Yes, I can say that I encountered a breakthrough moment that I saw this week, and not only this week, but weeks, a couple of weeks. This week, I witnessed a moment that reminded me why this pod is special. There was an associate who had been struggling with a particular skill. You could see the frustration, the long pauses, the deep breaths, the second guessing. But why he did, she didn't keep up. She kept asking questions, practicing, and coming early. And then during one session, something clicked. Her face, uh, her face changed, and everything went right. And this is an associate who was working with a skill that is the AutoCAD to design the workspace, the new workspace that Project Trinity is coming up with. Uh, she struggled. She wake up in the early in the morning and also consulted. And finally, the AutoCAD worked. And this is the AutoCAD that it is being used to construct our new workspace. That shows that inside the pod we have special moments, and also we have skills that can change, can give impact to the society and also to the whole world. That is the moment that it touched me, and also shows that inside the pod we can work as a team and have a productive skills and also team. That is the story.
Wow, that's amazing, Stanley. So that makes me think or feel like when you join Project Trinity, this is a life experience. There is nothing that you can get defeated with, because we have a lot of collaboration, and then we have people. If you want to maybe design, if you that associate was designing an AutoCAD, and then maybe he or she faced some challenges, then our fellow associates can just come through and help. So here we have a lot of collaboration. That's so great, Stanley. So Philemon, think about the last time the room suddenly became energetic, or maybe a laughter excitement. What was happening in that moment?
Uh, Thank you, Valerie. Actually, what I think of the moment when the room got very energetic and everybody had goosebumps was the right immediately after we completed our training session, and we were now to become associates, Project Trinity associates. The energy in that room, okay, in our room, in the pod, was unbelievable. It was like everyone suddenly unlocked their own special strength, each person shining in a different way. You could feel the confidence rise. You could see skills coming alive that we hadn't even noticed before. Like from nowhere to somewhere, you can feel the confidence, yeah? Some were great in leading, some were solving problems, others were keeping the team focused and motivated. The spirit in the room was electric, a mix of pride, excitement, that feeling of we've leveled up together, we've grown up together, we've come as a team, and we can solve a lot of things. We can solve anything. That pride that make the pod feel like it is, yeah, it's electrifying. It wasn't just like a graduation. It was a moment where the whole pod transformed, watching everyone step into their new roles with such unique abilities made it one of the most uplifting moments that I've ever witnessed. Yeah, that is what I can think of, and that is the best moment I've ever felt here. Thank you.
Yeah, Philemon, for real. Those are some of the best moments. Like moving from one level to another. Actually, that can make even someone to tears to fall down. So let's get back to Stanley. Stanley, you've interacted with different teams across regions. What stands out to you as uniquely special about how associates in the pod collaborate?
Yes, what makes collaborations unique inside a pod? For sure, here is the heart of our mission. Uh, Collaboration inside the pod goes deeper than working together. It builds a mutual trust and also respect. People feel safe asking even the simple questions because there is no judgment. There is zero judgment here. Everyone contributes knowledge, whether it is big or small. The Kenya, Haiti, US, across the regional connections strengthens the creativity. Through different perspectives, leadership is not assigned. It emerges naturally. Some steps into it, explain a concept, another supports during a task, another keeps the group motivated. That is how it shows that our pod is unique. The collaboration inside is just unique because, as I said, we have zero judgments. learning environment, shared leadership and natural mentorship, cross cultural collaborations between the Kenyan, Haiti, and the US team, celebrating every small win together. That shows that there is a unique collaborations inside our pod. And maybe to extend, because I may not have explained everything, to extend to my fellow guests to maybe share an experience on this topic, the collaborations, the uniqueness inside our pod. Philemon, you can have a thought on that.
Uh, actually, sorry, Stanley. Uh, the collaboration inside here the pod is actually amazing. The team works together. Like, okay, you can like from the beginning, everyone was maybe skilled or not skilled in anything. Actually, no one knew anything. But now we came here, we stayed like a family. Someone starts to, when you are passionate about something, then someone knows it, you can freely approach someone, then you tell them, yo, I want to learn this and this, can you help? And actually that is the can you help point is not even there, because there the question will come first, like, okay, let's do it very quickly. And then you will, at the end of it, at the end of a week, maybe you'll know that, okay, I've learned a lot of things, I am confident in some areas. So that is what collaboration means here. And also across the time zones, the Haiti team, the US team, it's been incredible. Actually, we can actually start our work, like for example, I can do a work up to maybe in the evening. Then the Haiti team comes in, they continue with the work. Then when I come the following day, oh, the work is completed, the assignment is completed, or the tasks are done. So that is what collaboration means, and it has actually elevated lives, and it has built everybody to be a better person here at Project Trinity. Yeah, that's what I can add.
Wow. To our listeners, I think you've heard what the pod is and how collaboration is being done here at the pod. And how this pod is very unique because the guests have said, Philemon and Stanley, they've said that actually we work with across the continent. We always work with our fellow associates from IT and also from the US. So you can see how this collaboration makes it more unique, makes Project Trinity even more unique. So Philemon, you've seen people arrive shy and transform into confident contributors. What's one transformation story that stays with you?
Okay, thank you, Valerie. So, in the beginning of our training, most of our associates or most of us here could not even power the laptop. I remember those first days very clearly. The uncertainty, the fear of pressing the wrong button in a laptop, uh, the slow and careful steps, with a lot of fear, like, okay, what will happen next? But today, those same people have transformed actually very, very, like they have transformed to be coders, developers, problem solvers, and brilliant thinkers in their own, in a very special way. The growth has been very unbelievable. What inspires me most is not just the technical progress, it's actually the confidence that came with it. Watching someone go from, I don't know how to start this laptop, to let me show you how to code, or let me show you how to build or to transform something. Each associate has become a special in their own way, bringing a unique strength, ideas, and creativity. That journey is a true beauty of what we do here.
Wow. I think we can all see the impact Project Trinity is doing. We've seen a lot of associates, actually, let's say 70% of associates they were very shy. Even pressing like the way Philemon has just explained, like we feel, actually we were fearing, like we were to fear to press any key, because you are like, when I fear, then what next? What if the laptop gets damaged? Like, yeah, but now we are leaders, and we are problem solvers. We can solve problems for the world. So Stanley, if someone visited the board for the very first time, what's that one thing you would want them to notice that most people overlook?
Yes, thank you again for the question. Before I can even discuss about this question, I can share even a moment for the visitors that I've interacted with them. Not, in fact, the one who have not visited us physically, but during my, that is every mornings or Sundays when I'm walking to the port. I always use the the walking, that is the panya routes to the port. So if I meet some of these friends, they keep asking me, "What are you people doing there?" And if you try to explain to them what we are doing, because of that maybe knowledge on technological skills, they cannot easily capture it fast. They take a moment, then they say, if you tell them we are doing this and this, we are working remotely, they just think of the negative sides, but not all of them. uh, they just think that we are the one who do this, that is the hacking, and but I can now discuss that for the first time visitor, there is some things they overlook. Visitors often see the outward activity, that is their laptops, discussions, focus, but they miss the deeper layers. They don't see the early morning practice, the quiet mentorship moments, the emotional resilience, the personal breakthroughs that happen silently. They don't notice the determination when someone pushes through frustration. They don't see the late night learning or how associates support one another during tough moments. These hidden moments are the real uh, foundation of the pod. That is, if we can mention the inner discipline, the personal transformation, unseen mentorship. We know we are going through mentorships, the silent resilience also. That is what I can say that a first time visitor can overlook, of which it is not outward but inward. Yes.
Yeah, that's very true, Stanley. So Philemon, people say the board changes how they think. What's one mindset shift you've personally experienced since being inside the pod training hub?
Valerie, it's, yeah, great question. I think the one mindset that I actually had before and now it has changed is that I always or before I used to think maybe people needed a lot of time to develop or to learn something deep like maybe the coding, the building, the everything. I mean these soft skills, you know. I used to think that it's very difficult. Like it needs maybe a lot of time. You will take a longer period to learn. But the board taught me that environment is everything. If the space feels safe, fun, and challenging, people learn very fast. And also the teamwork that comes in, you can just elevate in a very short of time with just a little bit of commitment. If you can change. So it has transformed me to believe that actually we don't need a lot of time to transform or to learn something new and actually put in practice. That is a very big mindset that it has changed from even the way I do things now. It has changed because I always believe like I can do something new. Yeah. If there is something that I want to do now, I will go for it now and to be pretty sure, yes, there's uncertainties that I have right now with persistent hard work and also asking questions, trying something new. It will change. It will definitely change, and it will I will have to learn. I will definitely have learned it. So that is what I've learned in Project Trinity. The moment I entered here, I didn't know how to do some things, a lot of things, but yeah, here I am. I can do a lot of things. Even the speaking, it was so difficult at some time, like communicating in English in a very fluent way. But now we are trying. Some of our fellows, even in communicating in Swahili, we could even sweat. But now, yeah, we are leaders. We can speak to the world, and that is so amazing. Yeah, so we can really transform in a very short time. Thank you, Valerie.
Yes, I think the world have listened. Philemon has explained it, the mindset that he has acquired here at Project Trinity. I think we've all heard about that. They always say that when you have the right mindset, then you can get anything that you want. With the right mindset, you can just achieve anything that you want in this life. Yeah, and we are glad that Project Trinity has taught us to how to how to be in the right mindset. Yeah. So Stanley, which training or project or challenge inside the pod pushed you the most recently, and how did it shape confidence on your future aspirations?
Yes, I can share a recent challenge that pushed me. Uh, there was a technical task that required deep focus in, in coming up with it. That is designing a website using the WordPress. Mostly, I have been using the Visual, that is the VS Code, to develop the websites. But now, with the rapid change in technology, things are changing. So to learn that skill, it needs it needed a lot of effort on it. At first, it felt overwhelming. I doubted myself. I wanted even to pause, but when I try to repeat it, that is step by step, understand it, make collaborations with friends both in Kenya and Haiti, ask for help, and also I practiced it again and again, and eventually the breakthrough arrived. That moment increased confidence and told me that growth is not always about comfortability, but it's always worthwhile. I learned that growth requires discomfort. Asking for help is a strength. Persistence builds confidence. The pod environment also makes challenge easier to overcome. That uh, that that is sometimes I can say uh, this pod, the environment inside the pod makes things easy. Uh, some moments I always say that if this pod was to be moved, I can go with this pod. I will follow this pod up to where it will because of the environment inside it. Uh, I don't think if the I cannot underrate it, but I don't think if the workspace will meet this environment inside the pod. So I will move with this pod. But that is on a later on. Yes, thank you, Valerie.
Wow, that's very powerful and inspiring. You can see now the energy that this pods brings. You can hear from Stanley that if maybe it's given an opportunity, it can even move with the pod because the environment inside here the pod, it's very amazing. So all right, before we continue, hold on just a moment. If you are listening right now and something has inspired you, made you smile, or even made you agree with us along then do us a favor, just a one favor. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and then you give this episode a like, and you jump into the comment section. Tell us in the comment section, what's one thing you love about being in the pod? Tell us what's that one thing that you love about being in the pod. And then also share with us which story today is speaking to you the most. And also share with us. And if you are, let's say, if you are in this podcast right now, what moment from your pod experience will you share? Send us those comments. Send those comments in. We'll be reading them. And who knows, your message might be featured in the next week's episodes, because this podcast is every Wednesday, weekly podcast at, yeah. All right, let's get right back into it. So Philemon, if you had if you had 30 seconds to sell the pod experience to someone who has never been there, without using the words training or technology, how would you describe it?
Oh, Valerie, 30 seconds is too little to describe to sell the pod, but I'll try. So, for me, the pod is a simple room in a village. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, but transformation inside it is unbelievable. People walk in uh, for the first time with uncertainty in their eyes, unsure of themselves, unsure of what they can do, unsure of their capabilities. But when they walk out, they carry confidence, skill, and a voice that can speak to the world in any language. It's a place where potential wakes up, a place where someone who once felt small suddenly realizes they can stand tall. Inside that room, something shifts. That is, mind open, ideas grow, and people discover that they are capable of more than they ever imagined. That's what the pod is, a quiet village room that prepares people to stand and shine on a global stage. That is the best words I can use, Valerie. Thank you.
Yeah, I think with using those words, someone can get it well. What is the pod without using any technological words? Yeah, that's a great explanation, Philemon. So, Stanley, can you share a story about a time the pod felt like more than a workspace?
Yes, I can share a moment, but I can say that there is moments, not a moment, moments that Pod felt like a community. Both to the that included the associates and also to the community. Uh, I can share an experience that there was one associate who was struggling emotionally with a difficult task. Before even he could move, uh, three associates walked over, encouraged them, and sat beside them and guided them patiently. The mood shifted. That is from stress to support. That moment showed me that the pod is more than a learning space. It's a community that protects each person's growth. Um, there is also other moments that show that our pod is more than it serves community because some of the community members use it if they have technical skills to be assisted, and this shows that the importance of the pod we have. It shows unity. It reveals emotional strength of the hub, demonstrates real teamwork beyond tasks. That's what I can share.
Wow, you can all see what the pod is. They can also offer Not only these technological problems, but also the emotional support. It's more than a community. Yeah. So Philemon, let's say filmers, those who feel, let's say like this, imagine a documentary crew came to film daily life in the pod. What scene would you want them to capture to show the world what happens inside the pod?
Oh, thank you, Valerie. That one thing that I want it not to miss in the documentary is the collaboration. The collaboration wall amongst the associates. People up on their feet, drawing ideas, arguing passionately, erasing everything, then trying again. That scene shows the real heartbeat of the pod. Movement, ideas, and teamwork. That is everything that is inside this pod. Like you can come here uncertain, don't know anything, then boom, boom, you're somebody else because of the support, the collaboration, the assistance. This team actually feels like a family. Yeah, that is what I will not want it to miss in the documentary or in the film. Yeah.
Yes, and I think in that documentary, I think many people will just be will feel fun, will be more motivated to watch. Yeah. So Stanley, okay, we can see that the bodies are growing fast. Can you share with us that one skill you've personally discovered in the past 1 month, and maybe it has also surprised you?
Yes, as been said by my colleague Philemon that every day we learn skills here. That means the rapidness in technological field. I will share a skill that I experienced this month. It is not a technological skills, but a leadership skill. This man surprised me with one thing: how natural leadership emerged in me. I found myself helping others, solving problems faster, communicating more clearly. I've never communicated like this, and supporting teammates. The pod has a way of bringing out hidden strengths. It pushes you to grow, adapt, and step up. I can mention the leadership, communication, problem solving, adaptability, even uh, having choke with colleague also brings that we have to interact more and more. That is a skill that I can share that I experienced this month.
Wow, that's an amazing skill. So even to our followers, can you comment in the comment section? Share with us that one skill that you've learned this month or recently. Yeah, and you feel amazed with it, that it even surprises you. Just share in the comment section. We'll be glad to read them. Yeah. So Philemon, what's one challenge or moment of pressure you experienced recently? And how did the environment or the team help you push through it?
Thank you, Valerie. Actually, it was yesterday. I was, yeah. So yesterday I was trying to edit a video in Canva, and I was trying also to insert our company logo on it. Then I reached a point where I needed to cut out some section of the video, that is unwanted part of the video, but I didn't know how to split or remove part cleanly in the Canva. So I was stuck a little bit. Then I, instead of getting frustrated, I mentioned it, and my friend came over, and actually a team member that was close to me came and said, "Okay, why is it? Why you seem stressed?" Then instead of getting frustrated, yeah, he helped me. A few associates could help actually, two of them, and then that moment when I did it, and then Now I can sit down and say, okay, I can do more and more. Yeah, I can do a lot of things now. I can split a video. I can insert a lot of things in Canva. So that was a moment where I was stuck. But then with the teamwork spirit in our pod, it helped me. Now it has transformed me. That support is a lot. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good challenge. I don't know if we have a bad challenge, or every challenge is that room to learn. So maybe to our followers right now, you can just share. Do you have a bad challenge or a good challenge? So just like Philemon have shared, like Philemon have just shared the story, the challenge that he faced. We can see, you can all feel the collaboration inside the pod, because the teammate just came and he helped him to accomplish what he was designing in Canva. Yeah. So back to you, Stanley. Stanley, let's say if the pod could speak, what do you think it will say about the progress the associates are making inside the pod?
Yes, I think this is a good question and also at the same time a funny question. If the pod could speak, if the pod could have a mouth to say something, it, it should just say, "You are growing faster than you think." That is what you are growing faster than you think. But often we don't notice this. Our own progress because we focus on our struggles, but the pod sees every effort, the small step, the hard moments, the breakthroughs, and it recognizes how far we have come. Yes, I think that is what I can say about if the pod could speak.
Yeah, wow. That's the pod could just say that you are learning more faster than you think. I think that's very great. So let's direct it now to Mr. Philemon. Philemon, let's say as you continue building the pod systems across the regions, as you know that we are now in Kenya, Haiti, and the United States of America. So, as you continue building the pod system across these regions, what is one big idea you believe will make the pod experience even more powerful?
Okay, thank you, Valerie, for that question. For me, one of the biggest wins already happening and something we should expand even more is the global collaboration. Considering the huge difference in the time zones across our teams, like the Haiti and Kenya and the US, the fact that we'll still manage to work together, exchange ideas, and complete tasks as one unit is incredible. It shows how connected and committed we are. Imagine taking that to the next level. Associates in Kenya starting a task, Haiti continuing it with it, and then another team in another country maybe, and the global team reviewing it. That kind of 24-hour workflow will make the pod system, and it's actually happening. It will make it very incredible and unstoppable. Uh, it proves that distance and time difference don't limit us. They actually make us stronger and unstoppable. Yeah, that is what I can say. Like that's the biggest win for Project Trinity, and it's actually getting into it.
Wow, that's very amazing. So, guys, so to our listeners, we have another guest. As if just he said that we are located in three regions. So we have one of our associates from IT joining us. Frandy, you're welcome. And maybe this is the last minute. You can just introduce yourself, give brief introductions about yourself, and also in that introduction, maybe I'll ask you a question. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good morning, everyone watching this podcast. You, uh, okay. Can you hear me well now? Okay.
Yes, yes, we can get you, Frandy.
Okay. So now you have engineer friendly joining you, and thank you so much. I'm glad I could join this podcast, even briefly, as you said, Valerie. I was following the conversation, and honestly, it's inspiring to hear how the work is coming to life in West Pokot, Kenya, and I'm here to uh, collaborate with you, and if you have any uh, thing to add on this. So let me start by saying what makes me proud of the construction in is uh, is seeing the drawings we prepared turning into real walls, real space. Um, Especially the main training hall, the seating layout, the circulation path, the lighting plans, all those details were designed to help over uh, 100 trainees learn comfortably, seeing it take shape on the ground. And so um, it's really a powerful workspace. And I hope us, the associate, will enjoy how the work is moving forward. So I'm here to uh, answer any question if you have some.
Yes, so listeners, Frandy is an engineer, as he has said, and you can just see he has spoken a part of construction that Project Trinity is doing right now to create more workspaces for more
Hmm.
trainees who can make a global impact to the world. So, Frandy, I'm going to ask you a question. Pretend
Hmm.
pretend you are talking to the future associates listening to
Hmm.
this podcast a year from now. What message will you tell them about the pod to transform their journey?
Oh, can you repeat the question?
Okay, friend,
Mm-hmm.
pretend you are talking to the future associates listening to the
Mm-hmm.
podcast
Mm-hmm.
a year from now, 1 year from now. What message will you tell them? Maybe about using the pods and how these pods are transforming people's lives.
Okay. Um, I will encourage them to keep improving the skills on what they are learning. And as an engineer, I can also give an advice for those who want to move forward in learning AutoCAD to design plans. So, AutoCAD is a skill that unlocks opportunities, uh, architect, architectural drafting, interior layouts, and construction supervision, bills of quantity support. So once you master it, uh, you stop waiting for opportunities. You start creating them. So uh, don't rush. Take your time and learn what is really important for your life.
Wow, that's amazing. Learn that skill and then the pods are can make you acquire a skill, and then after that you can use it to solve problems with the world. That's a great explanation, Mr. Frandy. So
Hmm.
Stanley, okay, as you are about to, we're in the last minutes. So Stanley, maybe you can share with us. Let's say if you were to take us or maybe visitors to on a 60-second audio tour to the pod, describing the sounds, the mood, and the activity. How will it feel?
Yes, if I could take you to a tour to the boat inside the port that is the heart of our mission, We are not just learning skills, we are building confidence, creativity, and community. We are shaping the future leaders. So, to everyone listening, believe in your potential. Every step inside the pod is supported, strengthened, and celebrated. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. So, to Philemon, if you could freeze one moment this week, a moment that represents the heart of the pod, what snapshot will you choose?
Okay, I will share this snapshot. Seated in a cycle, everyone standing shoulder to shoulder, sharing wins and struggle from the beginning to now. No hierarchy, no fear, and we were seated with we were our managers, and everyone was like, okay, we are telling stories, sharing our struggles from 0 to 10 or from 0 to 8. It was amazing. That represent just humans growing together. Yeah, that's what I could say.
Wow, that's inspiring. So, so Frandy, when you are in the pod and you look around the room, what's one thing about the associates' energy or growth that inspires you most? Frandy, you are
Okay.
in mute.
Okay. There are so many things that inspire me uh, for the future. So have this realization today is a great step, and then um, what's important is it's what's next after this milestone. So for me, it's strengthening the spaces with more youth programs and then better tools and uh, uh, more youth programs, better tools, and stronger partnerships. And then the building is just the beginning. The real goal is the people who will grow inside it. So it's that's what inspired me.
Wow, watching the people grow inside the pod. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing stuff, Randy. So, to my three guests, any last words, any last ideas that you can leave to our viewers and listeners?
Yes, the last word to the listeners is that it's just simple. Join the mission, support the mission. Pod is real. Simple.
Uh, my last words is that actually the pod is transforming uh, real tech wizards from a very rural community. Someone who didn't know how to power a laptop is now a coder, is developing website. That is a real impact. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I can share.
Yeah. So thank you for including me today. Every brick on the site represents a future story, and I am honored to be part of the foundation of those stories. Um, Stay in touch with Project Trinity, and you'll know what's next.
Wow, what an incredible conversation today. To Stanley, Philemon, and Frandy, thank you for taking us right into the heartbeat of the pods. Your stories, your energy, and your honest remind us that the pod is not just a workspace. It's a home for growth, a home for discovery, and a home for possibility. And to everyone listening, whether you are in Kenya, you are in Haiti, or global, remember this: the board, the boards are alive because of you. Every moment you step in, every skill you sharpen, and every challenge you overcome, you are shaping the future of Project Trinity. Today's episode showed us that even ordinary days inside the pod are filled with extraordinary transformations. So, as we close, I want to leave you. What story will you create inside the pod next? What story will you create inside the pod next? Thank you for joining us on Voices from the Pod inside the Training Hubs. I'm your host, Valerie Jeruto, and it has been an honor guiding today's conversation. Stay inspired, stay curious, and keep building the future. One skill, one day, one pod at a time. Until next time, stay blessed and keep shining. Bye.